My name is editor Joslyn Weber with the Prowler newspaper, here with head varsity softball coach Peyton Dean. Coach Dean, how are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Doing good, thanks for asking. So I covered the Northgate game the other day, and you guys had a little bit of a struggle, but then you went on to beat Northside like 7-2. Where are we at in the region with all that?
So it puts us right back in the middle of everything. We still have 2 losses, but with this region, like last year at the end of it, it was like a headache trying to figure out where it was going to fall. The biggest thing that helps us was that run differential at Northside, was getting that 5-run differential, because that's going to play a big part at the end. So we're right back in the mix of it where we want to be.
Great. And I also noticed that Northside had beaten Whitewater earlier, and then Whitewater ended up beating us, and then we ended up beating Northside. Yes. Is the region going to be a toss-up at this point? What does that look like? Yeah,
so we knew when all of this happened a couple of years ago, when this region realigned, is that it was going to be a tough region. That's how it's going to end up. You know, I'm going to meet you, you're going to meet somebody else, and it's just all going to be who ends up on top with us. Because it's like I told the girls, I really think this is the best region in the state in our classification, and because everybody is so good, and there's going to be a good team left out not making playoffs because of it.
Right. And how are you guys using this upcoming tournament to prepare for the rest of the season?
Like I'm going to tell the girls tonight, these games are working on the little things that get us better for the big region games. And so these are things where we focus on us. We try to shift things up a little bit to grow in our game, and that way come the big region games, it's muscle memory at that point.
Right. And the team motto, less, how does that, what is that? How does that factor into all these preparing for the next region games and all that?
So the girls, came up with their team goals, and we focus on our quads which are quality at bats, rather than our batting average. And we've been doing better than we had fallen short on a couple of them, but like making a sacrifice, being selfless, and executing the little things, and and that's where all that the little things, execute, sacrifice, and selfless, and make it more about the team than yourself, and pass it back to the next person and do your job, whatever your job is.
Right. And how does team bonding factor into all of that?
Oh, a huge part of it, because that way that the person behind you's got your back, and they're going to fight for you just as much as you're going to fight for them. Yeah. And it is a team game. There's not one person can't get us through. It takes all 9 players on the field to have success.
That makes sense. Well, thank you so much. Panthers play again tonight, actually, for the Titan Warrior Classic. They play 2 games. Be sure to check us out at theprowlernews.org and follow us on Instagram and Twitter at SMHS Prowler.